Are you totally abstinent now?
I am totally abstinent.
Hollywood has seen its fair share of performers struggling with drug and alcohol problems. But some stars have risen above addiction, proving that sobriety is a powerful force. Discover who they are in this list of the 10 best sober actors in Hollywood history. Number 10. Elton John. The iconic singer and performer celebrates a remarkable achievement: over 3 decades of sobriety. In 2020, he shared a heartfelt message on Instagram commemorating his 30th sobriety birthday. Expressing gratitude to his support network, which included family and friends from his recovery program, he showcased cards, flowers, and sobriety chips received on this special occasion. The table also featured a cake shaped like the number 30, symbolizing the significant milestone in his life. Quote, "If I hadn't finally taken the big step of asking for help 30 years ago, I'd be dead. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to all the people who have inspired and supported me along the way," John wrote in the caption. However, Elton's journey to sobriety was not without its struggles. He candidly opened up about his darkest moments during his addiction, revealing times of chest pains and staying awake for 3 days straight. At times, he experienced spasms, finding himself on the floor, only to repeat the cycle shortly after being put back to bed. Elton's battle with addiction brought him dangerously close to the brink of death, leaving him with little hope for recovery. He says, quote, "My soul was black like a charred piece of steak until I said, I need help. And suddenly a little pilot light in my soul came along, going, yes, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I can still be rescued," end quote. He finally reached a turning point when he uttered 3 powerful words: "I need help." These words acted as a catalyst for his new life, igniting a tiny pilot light of hope within his soul. With unwavering determination, Elton embarked on the challenging journey of recovery, knowing that it was the only path to rescue his soul from the darkness. The rewards of his sobriety journey have been profound. Elton now cherishes a, quote, "wonderful life," one filled with joy, success, and the knowledge that he made the right decision to seek help. His story stands as a beacon of hope for millions of individuals struggling with addiction, inspiring them to take that critical first step and ask for help. Number 9. Matthew Perry. Beloved for his role as Chandler Bing on the hit TV series Friends, he has been open about his long-standing battle with alcohol addiction. His journey towards sobriety began in the late 1990s when he entered rehab for his addiction to Vicodin. Since then, Perry has not touched alcohol and has dedicated himself to helping others struggling with addiction. In 2013, he expressed his pride in being able to support those in need. Speaking to ABC News, he shared, quote, "The thing that I'm most proud of in my life is that if a stranger came up to me and said, 'I can't stop drinking. I can't stop drinking. Can you help me?' I can say, 'Yes, I can help you.'" In a remarkable display of compassion, Perry transformed one of his former homes into a sober living space for individuals battling addiction. This gesture reflects his commitment to not only his personal recovery, but also the well-being of others on their own journeys to sobriety. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter in 2015, Perry emphasized his willingness to help alcoholics seeking support, stating, quote, "The best thing about me is that if an alcoholic comes up to me and says, 'Will you help me stop drinking?' I will say, 'Yes, I know how to do that.'" Matthew Perry's path to sobriety has not been without its challenges. In a candid interview with the New York Times in 2002, just a year after becoming sober, he said, quote, "When fame happens, it's kind of like Disneyland for a while. For me, it lasted about 8 months. This feeling of, I've made it, I'm thrilled, there's no problem in the world. And then you realize that it doesn't accomplish anything. It's certainly not filling any holes in your life. I didn't get sober because I felt like it. I got sober because I was worried I was going to die the next day." Perry's commitment to staying sober has been reinforced by the health scares he has faced, including undergoing 14 stomach surgeries leaving visible scars. A Vicodin addiction led to a heavy amount of drinking. Perry entered rehab for the first time in 1997, spending 28 days at the Hazelden Center in Minnesota. He only briefly stayed sober.
By the time I was 18, I was drinking every day.
Number 8. Gene Simmons. The iconic bassist and co-lead singer of Kiss is a surprising addition to the list of sober celebrities. In 2019, he made a revelation that he had never touched substances like alcohol in his life, and the reason behind this choice was deeply rooted in his upbringing. As an only child to a mother who survived the horrors of the Nazi concentration camps during the Holocaust, Simmons felt a profound sense of responsibility and respect for his mother, Flora Klein. He told the LA Times, quote, "I was concerned I had no right to harm my mother. Life did that enough." This powerful connection with his mother, who continues to be a tremendous inspiration in his life, motivated him to abstain from addictive substances. Despite being a rock star for 49 years, Simmons has had numerous opportunities to embrace vices that often plague the music industry. However, he chose a different path, remaining steadfast in his commitment to sobriety. As a founding member of Kiss, Simmons could have easily succumbed to the temptations of fame and fortune. But he never had more than a sip of alcohol in his life and avoided drugs entirely. In a 2013 interview with CNN, Simmons provided insight into his lifelong sobriety, unequivocally stating, quote, "I have never been high or drunk in my life." He emphasized that this decision was not merely a facade or a carefully curated image, but a genuine personal choice he made to honor his mother's legacy. Simmons' love and admiration for his mother shine through in his words. He openly expressed, quote, "There is nothing that I would do, ever, to break my mother's heart. That's my biggest inspiration, and she continues to inspire me every day." Their bond is incredibly close, and he often speaks about how he worships the ground she walks on. Even when he occasionally tried a sip of alcohol, he found no enjoyment in it.
"There is nothing that I would do ever to break my mother's heart."
Number 7. Anthony Hopkins. Widely known for his acclaimed role in The Silence of the Lambs, Hopkins has achieved an incredible feat in his journey of sobriety. In a Twitter video posted in December 2020, he celebrated reaching 45 years of sobriety and reflected on the turning point in his life. Recalling his wake-up call, Hopkins shared, quote, "45 years ago today, I had a wake-up call. I was headed for disaster. I was drinking myself to death." Giving up alcohol proved to be life-changing for him, and he expressed that his life has been amazing ever since. With an encouraging message to those struggling with substance abuse, Hopkins urged them to persevere. He said, quote, "Hang in there. Today is the tomorrow you were so worried about yesterday. Young people, don't give up. Just keep in there." His words of wisdom and support served as a source of inspiration for those facing similar challenges. In December 2022, marking 47 years of sobriety, the Hannibal actor took to social media once again to commemorate the occasion. In a heartfelt video, he extended his well wishes for the new year and shared a message meant to be helpful. Hopkins emphasized his own journey as a recovering alcoholic and acknowledged the struggles faced by others. He urged kindness and self-compassion in a world marked by cancel culture, hatred, and non-compromise. Hopkins advised people to steer clear of toxic environments and to take pride in living their lives. Acknowledging his own imperfections, he stated, quote, "I'm not a do-gooder. I'm a sinner, just like everyone else." However, he expressed gratitude for the positive impact of his sobriety on his present life. Hopkins encouraged anyone in need of help to not be ashamed and to seek assistance. He emphasized the importance of celebrating oneself and not allowing others to bring them down. Quote, "So wherever you are, get help. Don't be ashamed. Be proud of yourself. Whatever you do, don't let anyone put you down. Celebrate yourself as I do myself, although I know nothing." End quote.
Drinking myself to death, I'm not preachy, but I got a message, a little thought that said, "Do you want to live or die?" And I said, "I want to live."
Number 6. Charlie Sheen. Once one of Hollywood's most famous alcoholics, Sheen faced significant challenges due to his addiction. His struggle with alcohol abuse even resulted in his dismissal from the hit show 2.5 Men. However, he experienced a turning point when he realized the detrimental impact his addiction was having on his ability to be a good father to his children. In December 2017, Sheen, at the age of 54, made a drastic decision to change his life for the better. After years of battling substance abuse, he became sober. Reflecting on his transformation, Sheen stated, quote, "About 1.5 years ago, it just hit me that I knew it was time to make a change," end quote. Since that moment, he has not had a drink and has remained committed to his sobriety. Quote, "And you know, it didn't require some crazy rehab stint or a shootout with the cops," says Sheen, who clarifies that, quote, "It didn't require anything super dramatic and crazy and front-page news," end quote. In an interview with People magazine in January, Sheen proudly shared that he had been sober for almost 14 months, describing it as the most significant change he had ever experienced. Quote, "I really focus on my health, my family, and work will come next. I'm excited to be excited again," end quote. As a father of 5 children, Sheen recognized the importance of being present and making positive choices for their sake. Sheen said his sobriety hadn't been a struggle and he was ready for his life to change. Quote, "I came to it on my own. It was just one of those epiphany moments," end quote. Number 5. Rob Lowe. He's known for his roles on shows like 911, Lone Star, and Parks and Recreation. And he reached a momentous milestone in May 2023, celebrating 33 years of sobriety. Taking to Instagram, Lowe expressed his gratitude to everyone who has been a part of his sobriety journey and extended a warm welcome to those considering joining the path of recovery. He also showed appreciation to his family for their unwavering support throughout his journey. Quote, "I want to give thanks to everyone walking this path with me and welcome anyone thinking about joining us. Be free and the happy," end quote. Lowe wrote via Instagram at the time, quote, "And a big hug to my family for putting up with me. XOXO," end quote. In his Instagram post, Lowe reflected on the day 33 years ago when he found recovery and a supportive community that has sustained him on his incredible and grateful journey.
Sober for, it'll be 30 years this.
His life is now filled with love, family, faith, opportunities, friendships, meaningful work, canine companionship, and joyful moments. The 59-year-old actor used his platform to offer words of encouragement to anyone struggling with addiction, emphasizing that hope and joy await those who are willing to work for their recovery. Lowe's own experiences serve as a testament to the transformative power of sobriety. Furthermore, Lowe shared how sobriety had a profound impact on his life. When he got sober, he was finally able to embrace his true self. He revealed that within him had always been a person who desired to have a family and a fulfilling personal life. Sobriety allowed that person to come to the surface, and he became one of the first in his peer group to get married and start a family. Through his journey to sobriety, Lowe discovered the freedom to be his authentic self, breaking free from the constraints that addiction had imposed. Sobriety not only transformed his personal life, but also opened doors in his career, allowing him to fully embrace new opportunities and flourish in his profession. Number 4. Jamie Lee Curtis. The acclaimed actress has achieved more than 23 years of sobriety. In a candid interview with People magazine in 2018, Curtis disclosed that she became addicted to opioids for a decade following minor plastic surgery she underwent in 1989. She admitted to a secret 10-year struggle of stealing and deceiving, all while keeping her addiction hidden from everyone around her. Even her husband remained unaware until Curtis attended her first recovery meeting in 1999. Reflecting on her journey, Curtis expressed that her sobriety is her most significant accomplishment, surpassing her relationships, children, and professional successes. Curtis's battle with addiction began when she was prescribed painkillers after her surgery at the age of 35. In a 2010 interview, 10 years into her sobriety, She acknowledged her successful recovery as her greatest achievement, crediting it as the foundation that held everything else in her life together.
This is the addiction issue, but I mean, there are lots of forms of addiction in the universe.
Jamie Lee Curtis continues to be recognized as a highly successful woman in recovery. During a conversation with Colin Farrell for Variety's Actors on Actors series, Curtis discussed the impact of maintaining her sobriety on her legacy, both as an actress and as a person. She became emotional when asked about her legacy, emphasizing the importance of her sobriety as a generational breakthrough in her family. Curtis expressed that her sobriety would undoubtedly be a part of her legacy, as it addresses a long-standing issue that has affected multiple generations in her biological family. Overcoming alcoholism and drug addiction takes precedence for her, as she aims to break the cycle that has ruled and ruined lives. For Curtis, sobriety always comes first, without question, making it the single greatest thing she hopes to achieve and be remembered for. Number 3. Elizabeth Taylor. The iconic Hollywood star, renowned for her mesmerizing eyes and captivating charm, struggled with addiction to drugs and alcohol throughout much of her illustrious career. Despite her fame and success, Taylor faced the challenges of addiction that often left her too intoxicated to perform her on-screen duties, spending entire days on set inebriated and unable to read her lines. In the 1980s, a turning point came for Taylor when she underwent an intervention that prompted her to seek help for her addiction issues. With courage and vulnerability, she entered the Betty Ford Rehab Center for addiction treatment. Taylor's decision to be open about her struggles with addiction was groundbreaking and inspiring, helping to reduce the stigma surrounding seeking assistance for such issues. Following her time at the Betty Ford Clinic, Taylor emerged 45 pounds lighter, having undergone a transformation in her life and health. She bravely shared her experience with the public, becoming a beacon of hope for others who were facing similar battles. Her recovery journey led her to experience a thriving career, and she remained one of America's beloved sweethearts throughout her life. However, despite her triumphs, Taylor's health began to decline, and she ultimately succumbed to congestive heart failure in 2011 at the age of 79.
It had nothing to do with obesity.
No.
It had totally to do with addiction, alcohol and pills.
Number 2. Audrey Hepburn. The legendary British actress remains celebrated as both a film and fashion icon. Her remarkable talent and contributions to the golden age of Hollywood earned her the prestigious title of the third greatest female screen legend by the American Film Institute. Additionally, she was honored in the International Best Dressed List Hall of Fame and ranked among Empire magazine's top 100 movie stars of all time. Apart from her incredible acting prowess, Hepburn was known for her humanitarian work. She devoted herself to various charitable causes, reflecting her compassionate and caring nature. In her personal life, Hepburn maintained a disciplined and health-conscious approach to her diet. Her first husband revealed that she was exceptionally mindful of what she consumed. Hepburn followed a diet that echoed that of a dancer, focusing on ample protein, vegetables, and salads. She was cautious about her diet, rarely indulging in desserts and abstaining from alcohol, with the exception of the occasional glass of wine during dinner. Number 1. Ginger Rogers. The iconic American actress possessed a unique trait among celebrities of her time. She refrained from both smoking and consuming alcohol, influenced by her Christian Science beliefs. In her autobiography, Ginger, My Story, she disclosed her avoidance of alcohol, but expressed a fondness for ginger ale, which held a special significance due to its connection with her name. Despite her abstinence from alcohol, Ginger Rogers was known for her love of hosting parties. However, instead of serving alcoholic beverages, she opted for refreshing cold drinks. One of her guilty pleasures was indulging in ice cream sodas, as reported by the Washington Post. Her fame and popularity inspired a cocktail named after her, the Ginger Rogers. This delightful summertime drink pays tribute to her famous name and personal preferences. The recipe typically includes gin, ginger, ginger ale, lime juice, and mint leaves. The credit for creating this cocktail goes to bartender Marcovaldo Dionysos. who crafted it in 1995 while residing in Portland, Oregon. Later, he moved to San Francisco and introduced Ginger Rogers to the menu at Absinthe Brasserie and Bar. The cocktail quickly gained popularity, becoming the most sought-after drink on the menu, with around 1,000 servings sold each month, as revealed in a 2013 interview with Eater.
When you're on a sailor's knee, take a little tip from me.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through the lives of Hollywood's sober stars. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more upbeat content. See you next time.